period, their major goal is to destabilize Yoruba land, Igbo land with that Sharia. So when you Yoruba start fighting each other, they will Islamicize and make some Yoruba Muslim a jihadist and extremist, so that you keep fighting yourself. You don't have time for them, and they will now come. And there's a Yoruba proverb that says, if two people of the same father, the same mother are fighting, after they kill themselves, it is the stranger that will come and inherit all their
when two
properties.
brothers fight themselves to death,
Yeah,
strangers will
yeah,
inherit the land.
that is it. So that is what they are trying to set up in Yoruba land now. Thank God in Igbo land, how many Muslims do you have? So the problem now is facing Yoruba. Igbo people, they can still talk to themselves, they listen to themselves. Even the governors, those in politics in Igbo land, they know the truth. But because they are looking for power and they want to be politically correct, that's why they are betraying their people. But our Yoruba people, all those ones, they will never come out and say the truth. Shebi, some people are still carrying themselves in Igbo land to go and make Kolu talk to him that he should release Nnamdi Kanu and all of those things. Since Kolu has come back to power, he has been in power now. Has he called Sunday Igboho to come back? All the Yoruba agitator, everybody that flew, that took what is it called during Boko Haram period, asylum in Canada, in America, in UK. How many of them has Kolu come back? That they should. But look at all this Fulani galvanizing, gallivanting up and down in the north. Look at that one you showed us tonight that they said they've surrendered all their weapon. Are they not still with their weapon? Where did they surrender their
No,
weapon?
they didn't.
And they will just give them small money. They will go and enjoy themselves. 2-3 weeks later, as you said yesterday, the day before yesterday, they will come back again and start killing people. So I think this problem is we have our future in our hands, but people does not want to sacrifice. The option that we have is revolution. When everybody marched to the street and protest and
Don't
said,
give anyone,
we are not
don't give
backing
anything,
down,
just do it.
nothing. Everybody just come, old, young, everybody. How many military do we have? We don't have up to 70,000 active military personnel in that contraption. I'm telling you the fact.
I mean,
We don't
you
have
can tell
up to
because they
50,000
cannot really
police
protect.
at
They
all.
have become so overstretched as well. Do you understand?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
when you look at the active, let's use the word active now. Active. What do you call it? Military
Service members,
personnel,
military.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know about their reserve or what have you. Okay, so they
Do
say they have
Nigeria get reserve?
active 150,000 soldiers. But let's be honest, if they have not been used for private security for the politicians, for their properties here and there, some of them have been channeled towards the northeast. Some of them have been stationed in the southeast. And the rest of the whole country is just do Allah, do Anobi. Everybody's on their own.
I'm telling you,
so overstretched. So that's why they are so afraid that if any revolution breaks out today, or
Nigeria
any civil war breaks out in Nigeria won't survive it.
At all. US government know this thing. That's why they said 2015 is a game changer for Nigeria. That if Nigeria can succeed 2015, because they know what was coming during that time. That if people should take to the streets and demand for their own future, that is it. Nigeria is gone. How many military we get?
And they are still surprised
look at
Nigeria is still standing, by the way, because I read
an
article where they felt like, how? That Nigeria is still standing or still existing right now. It defies all logic, according to them. By now, everywhere should have been up in smoke. But people were saying that, okay, hang on. We all know about, you heard about this USAID stuff, Baba?
Yeah.
Now, we heard that 2015, okay, that they said they brought the Fulani terrorists to the border of Nigeria. That was not the only thing. No. America actually had their soldiers, right? Their Marines stationed on their, what do you call it? Their aircraft carrier in Ghana. They were waiting for Jonathan, right, to reject the election.
The election, so that they can
use that as an excuse.
Just come in. Yeah, they will invade
Libya on our hands.
Absolutely.
But the guys seem to like have beaten them to it. By conceding and saying, you know what?
Yeah.
That changed the entire thing, even though that destroyed the contraption even further to what it is today. But they were surprised that Nigeria, they still get Nigeria.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Nigeria was supposed to not like it should have been. So they were surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. See, Nigeria is still repairable if we have someone who is like a dictator who is ready to do the right thing.
Hmm.
You look at this guy, Paul Kagame. When he took over Rwanda, Rwanda was shit. It was worse than Nigeria. The level of impunity there, different tribes, the way
Tribalism,
they were
the
tribalism, it
hatred,
was
the
rife.
religious
Yes,
disregard. That's right.
yes. That's why the guy said in Rwanda today, they can never call anybody Igbo, Yoruba. You can't
It's
mention
Rwandans.
tribe. It's a crime. Yeah, everybody is Rwandans. God
If
bless.
any
My, you know
politician
the
decide to
story.
speak and address Tutsi, Hutus, or what have you, you are going to jail.
Exactly. You are going to jail. If the guy arrested all the old politicians, people that caused the war, everybody. That's why to some people is a good guy, to some people is a bad guy. To
I know.
Westerner doesn't like taking over being a dictator, but they still like that Paul Kagame because he brought stability to that country. And look at Rwanda now, Baba. People are going to visit Rwanda. People are going there for holiday, for tourism, and all of they have wildlife. One of the best countries, if you are mentioning Tanzania, Namibia, Kenya, all those countries, in terms of tourism, where wildlife, you go to their reserve forest, all those things. So we need someone like that in Nigeria. If a military guy, maybe from southeast, southwest, because I don't trust all those northerners. They are all the same. Only the one that is educated, I was trained outside of Nigeria, that's really maybe is a Christian or maybe he's not a Muslim. But once he's a Muslim and he belongs to that Fulani, forget him, Mayegun. They have their agenda right from time. You see these people, they are the one they will put their children. Me, when I was in Nigeria back then, early 2000, 1999, I applied for NDA. I did all the exam, did everything. As a Southerner, they increase our own mark. Igbo too, they increase their mark, the Easterner. We still pass it, Baba. But Aboki from North, all these Hausa,
Quota
they will
system.
tell them that, yes, they put them in. People that cannot use Biro to write their own name, they cannot use pen. So he's worst to that level. So now that one won't
But look at you now.
come repair
So
Nigeria,
you
come
remember
fight.
that statement that this Nigeria, all of us in the southern parts, we are the victims
Yeah,
of this fake Nigeria. Because you,
absolutely.
whose parents spent so much money to train. Now you had an ambition of becoming a soldier. You went through all the process, but quota system disqualified you. Now you are abroad doing something else, serving someone else's country, right?
Yeah,
When you are actually
yeah,
supposed to have spent your youth, yeah, to your
absolutely.
matured age in building
Yeah,
a country, contributing
yeah,
genuinely. But quota system denied you that. And see, all of us,
yeah.
we ended up in different countries in Europe, America, when we're supposed to be on our land, in our land, making
Exactly,
it great.
exactly,
So we are the victims of
exactly.
that quota system. We are the victims of one Nigeria, Southerners. We
Absolutely,
are.
absolutely. And the way things are looking, Maegun,
Mm.
these northerners, these oligarch, they won't allow the breakup, they won't allow
I know they
restructuring,
won't.
anything that
But
will
we don't
bring
need them to
stability
break
down.
up. That's what I'm
But we
saying.
don't need them.
See, if all of
That's
us in the South, if we have the right people, not weak men in charge or
exactly,
leading us per se, right? We don't need these
yeah,
guys to break up.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely,
unfortunately,
we
those
don't
who
need
are
them.
kind of like representing us, right? They are comfortable with the status quo. That's why
They've
we are still part
sold
of
their
Nigeria.
birthright, Mayekun.
Uh,
These people are the ones that sold Yoruba.
and
They've sold the entire system. They
yeah.
are the one now bringing the agenda of Sharia,
Hmm.
and we know what Sharia will do. I thank God for no Are no Kaka for Iba Gani Adams that
Yep.
came out, and a lot of people from abroad have been calling because me too. I've spent a lot of money. I know I have from Ondo, different jagun, all these spiritual guys that when I go to Nigeria, I meet some of them. We talk, we give them money, we buy weapons, there are some things I don't need
Keep
to be
supporting. I
saying here.
get you, Baba.
Yes, during Sunday, 2021, 2020, during that time, remember, Maikun, that you were giving
Baba.
us a lot of updates 247.
Uh-huh.
We told them not to be posting video so that all these DSS, all these soldiers will just go, all these things. Don't post any video. We don't want any
Just
evidence.
get
And
it
when we
done,
go,
right? Get it
just
done
get it
and
done,
leave it like
finish
that.
them. Absolutely. I know how many boys that we give money to, they do Okigbe, do all these things. Ayeta, Baba, this one no be shere
I get
confirm.
you.
And when we go on ground too, when we go Ninja, we just
You will see
enter.
people one
Sometimes
on
gone,
one.
Baba.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, I have people that a lot of people that they are wanted in Nigeria today because they are against Baba. They still they enter Nigeria, they come outside, they pass Badagry, they enter from
Anyway,
Ghana, Togo.
thank you so much,
Good then.
Baba.
Baba,
We shall
thank you.
get
Have a
there.
good
All
night.
right.
Thank you so much for your good job.
You are so
God bless you.
welcome and stay safe, okay,
Yeah.
Baba? You have a good one yourself.
And you too.
God bless you. See, there are things that we won't kind of like elaborate much more on this platform. But even though the level of coordination and then like the united front in combating this menace, right, is not as it was back in 2021, 2022. And we understand what happened, how people became sold out. And then now people kind of like decided to slow down as well, simply because a Yoruba man wants to be president. Now, that's kind of like a slowing down is costing us more now. Or maybe when we continue to shine light on what is going on, a lot of us who slowed down or became disinterested will actually have to return back to the trenches. Here is Emoji. How are you, sir?
Fine, sir. My good evening,
Good evening
my
to
brother.
you. Emoji,
Oh,
please.
my class scholar, he made all his submission was nice, but when he said that Nigeria is repairable, oh God, it's like
Disagree with
that's
that.
why I called in. I just wanted to watch and listen, because your program is very, very educative. When you're watching, you listen, you hear other people's, like
That's right.
when people are calling in like this. But telling me that Nigeria is that they will repair Nigeria, my brother.
He's only using,
Oh,
see, it's like speaking in third party. You get to say, wait,
okay.
oh, maybe if a southerner who is a military,
Um,
not democracy nonsense,
mm,
right, who is a dictator,
mm,
takes over the place and deal with these rogues and that, right, to stabilize,
mm.
maybe Nigeria stand a chance. But we all know that's not going to happen. But emoji.
My, one, Nigeria doesn't have army anymore. Our army now is like they are like supermarket, They don't have integrity anymore. Like that green is nothing anymore. Like the army I love so much, the army I've seen in Germany, the army I've seen in America. When people see army on the street, they are looking at them. You don't even see them on street. Maybe on transit train station, only where you can see them on the You see, so that we've lost that integrity in army. Army is now going for pipeline. Army is now waiting for oil well. When I see this army guy with always this pilot spec talking, he never looks on a paper. He never just be talking, reporting about recovering of 450 AK-47 with 1,500 live ammunition. He will be standing there. We know how that place works. How can he stand there and know the whole everything that is happening in the whole Nigeria without a paper? No, he's not even reading it from the paper.
Because it's
So
all
that means he just
propaganda. The army
just
is
come
now, they
and
are
say
now running
something.
they are running a PR now. Army is doing
Yes.
PR. They are running gig on social media.
Oh,
Like army, they pay
yeah.
people to say
Yeah.
they have defeated this, they have killed that, and there's no evidence. So like they
Yeah.
are paying people on social media to keep
Lies.
saying that.
Lies. My good, that thing is just like that maybe for example, I'm in prison now. People knows that I'm still in prison and they are still holding me. Some people will come out and say, I'm out. I'm somewhere
You get
relaxing now. These
like
people
if
will see
anybody tells you
something.
that I'm in prison, they are lying. I am out. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying myself somewhere.
yeah. But that person is still in prison, dying there. So this is what they are doing. And when you go to this civil servant, the same thing. People are there selling materials for works. In abroad, we all know that everybody that sits in every seat in any office have the right to decide something there. on his head because they know that he came there qualified. They put him there or her there qualified. So the only thing they would do, like for example, now the place I know very well in Germany now, any person sitting in any office have the right to this. This one is not when they bring the file, they will keep your file. Say, Oga is not there. Oga will sign the file when he comes back. Anybody in that office have the right to sign the file.
Right, exactly.
To sign that file because they know he knows his works, and anything that comes out, they will tell you that the Germany will tell you Zeba should that is your self problem, that's your own problem, because you have to defend any report you brought in. But in Nigeria now, when you go to this civil servant now, they are all corrupt. From even people, some of us that are outside self, not even outside, like citizens of Nigeria, everybody's waiting for any little opportunity to steal from somebody, not even to steal from government, to steal from each citizen. How can Nigeria work when
dog, like everybody's just waiting for their turn to take advantage of
so
one another.
The last hope of the country, which is the military, it's now like supermarket. How can that place work? Police may be corrupt, but army, that extent, because these people are the one defending integrity of that state. You see that picture, that video you just posted now. The Kenyan girl was telling that girl, go and call your president. Can anybody tell American citizen or German citizen, go and call your president?
No.
They cannot, because they know everything that is going on. So when you come out, all this Nigeria going to work with this type of everybody from a child, even in the womb, is now corrupt self in Nigeria. The way I'm seeing it, but there's no place, no institution, nothing is working their place. So the best thing is that when we divide it, we now just like sieving.
Everybody, we can decide to come back together again. That's what we are saying.
Yes.
So you get now, like let the Hausas go their way, let the Yoruba go their way, let the Igbo go their way. Now, if it doesn't work for all of us, we can come together again, which is impossible. So you get.
This thing we are talking about Hausa. This thing we are talking about Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. For me, I'm not seeing Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba again. A lot of people have opened eye there, and we are more than 300 tribes, please. So now, if you are talking Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, we are cheating other people. They will not agree. It will be like South Sudan.
I get you.
It will be like South Sudan. People are opening their eyes now. Everybody want to, and the whole place in Nigeria have wanting like resources to generate money. So how can you tell me the Igbo and this Hausa, this Yoruba, this? No, people. There are still people inside those northern states that never believe that they are Hausas. There are still people that never believe that they are. So people are separated themselves already because of corruption. Everybody is now like, what am I doing here? Who I am here? I cannot go in. I cannot go out. I cannot be this. I cannot be that. Look at the north now. Another person that is not a Fulani man can never be a vice chancellor in Ahmadu Bello University. No matter what. Okay, now, secondly, 1 minute. Secondly, when you talk about these killings, these S-men killings now, all the politicians, they know the truth, just that they are scared because they don't want to lose what they have stolen. That's the only thing. Because it's open now that these people are killing people deliberately, and army is defending them. Thank you, Mayegu.
Thank you so much, everyone. You have a wonderful evening. Bye. So thank you so much, everyone. Our time is now like fast spent. I always love to be very fair. Calling time is 1 hour. So whenever I used more than my own time, then I always give it back. So now we have both overstretched it. But thank you anyway. I am going to see you tomorrow. However, I think it is... we need to continue our readings. Tomorrow, there are choices of what we should read. All right. So we have added the Why We Struck. We've added the Blood on the Niger. So I've got this one it's said to be written by Flora Shaw, by the way. A Tropical Dependency an outline of the ancient history of the Western Sudan with an account of the modern settlement of northern Nigeria. So that's quite some read. So we can go for that. Or here is another one. The destruction of black civilization, great issues of a race from 4500 BC to 2000 AD, right? By Chancellor Williams. So here is one that is pretty much about the European journey to Africa and what have you, then the colonization. So we have had a piece of the White Malice. We didn't finish it, unfortunately, we did not. So the White Malice, which is actually an incredible read as well, right? So we had to stop at chapter 21, the White Malice. So tomorrow, God willing, we might have to try some new read, so to say. So I just thought I should say that beforehand. Anyone that is quite interesting, we can pick. Yeah, we've had a few reads here. We have the fatherless people, which is that of Nigeria as well. All that happened during the whole, independence and then the civil war, genocidal war. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, everyone. Okay, enjoy the rest of your evening. And hang on, I want to say good night from this side to this side. Good night. I'll see you again tomorrow.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀ súnraki.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnraki.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnraki.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnraki. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnraki. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnraki. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnraki. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.